getting all this cake, but it ain't enough to save us. Sipping all this drink, saying shit.
What's up, y'all? It's your girl again with another video. Yes, I am wearing the exact same thing that I had in my last story time video, and yes, I am sitting in the exact same spot because it's the exact same day, and I literally just recorded one video, cut that off, and now I'm recording this video. This also is a story time, but it's a little bit different of a story time. So I actually I've told a lot of people this story, and they're like, yeah, you should definitely put this on your YouTube. I was gonna say Facebook, don't ask me why. Sorry, y'all. They was like, you should definitely put this on your YouTube. So the story is, it's actually my Rolling Loud experience. If you don't know what Rolling Loud is, they were supposed to have one this year, but they didn't have one because of the whole COVID and everything. But Rolling Loud is this big hip-hop rap music event that they have every year, and they have them in different cities, and they rent out these big arenas, and a bunch of artists come out and perform for like 3 or 4 days. No, for 3 days. So last year in 2019, I went to the Rolling Loud Miami. It was a lituation, but some nonsense happened to me, okay? And I wanted to come and tell y'all this story. So get your popcorn, get prepared, cause girl, I'm telling you, it's crazy. It's crazy. And if you are a spiritual person, trust and believe, you're gonna be like, yeah, I believe that happened. If you're not spiritual, that's cool. It was my experience. You know what I'm saying? It was my experience, and that's just what it was. I'll just tell you for what it was. You know what I'm saying? I'd probably never do it again. I'll probably never go to another Rolling Loud in my life. But I still had a blast. I still had a lot of fun, but the situation was crazy, okay? The whole situation, like from beginning, well, not technically to end, but it was a lot. Okay, so let's just get into the story. Let me just tell y'all how this went down. Okay, let's do it. And so it starts off, I had booked me and my friend, and this is where I made a big mistake on this one. So this girl that I met starting my job that I work at now. I end up meeting this girl, or these 2 girls, in our training class that I end up like becoming really good friends with. One of them, she was a mother of 6, so she wasn't able to go with us, but we had decided we was gonna go to Rolling Loud, me and the other girl. I'm gonna call the other girl Amber. I'm gonna call her Amber because she light skinned with blonde hair just like Amber Rose, so I'm gonna call her Amber. So Amber is the one that wanted to go to Rolling Loud. She was like, we should go. And then my other friend, I call her Mommy Shark, because you know she's a mommy, and she got that mama vibe. Like, even just as your friend, she just feel like she a mama. So I call her Mommy Shark. So I'm gonna call her Mommy Shark. So Mommy Shark wasn't able to go because the days of Rolling Loud, it was Mother's Day. She got 6 kids. Yes, I have a daughter, but you know, I got one. She has 6 kids. And then on top of that, I think 1 or 2 of her babies, because she got 2 sets of twins, so 1 or 2 of her babies' birthdays was around that time, so she wasn't gonna be able to go to Rolling Loud with us. So it was just gonna be me and Amber. So me and Amber, we booked our flights, we booked us an Airbnb that was right down the street from the arena and everything. So time comes for us to go. First of all, I really just started to doubt that she was going because it took her so long to book her flight. Like, I had booked my flight, I had paid my little portion of the Airbnb or whatever, and she was still like, she literally waited to the last minute to book her flights. So we ended up booking different flights. I got there on the Thursday before Rolling Out started. She got there that Friday morning. So I got there early, you know, I checked into our Airbnb, explored Miami a little bit, went to the mall, did some shopping, all that. And then she got there that Friday morning, which I booked a rental. I booked a rental car, so I was able to go to the airport and pick her up, take her back to the Airbnb so she could shower. The first thing that happens is Shorty got off the plane high off Molly. Like she was on the plane high off Molly, talking about how she was throwing up on the plane, sitting next to people and all this other stuff. That was the first red flag for me, why I shouldn't have even been there, because really I'm not a party type of person. Like that whole situation, that whole event was not a me type of thing. Like that was so outside of my character, but I just wanted to have that experience, that life experience. Like I've never spent that much money to go to an event. I had never been to Miami. Like it was just nice to do. So we ended up paying for VIP Rolling Loud. So that was like an $800 wristband. Yes, $850 to be exact for VIP. So, and the regular ones was $400. So we ended up paying for VIP, and we got our wristbands and everything. Don't get me wrong, it was fun, but I was just like, I told her when she got off the plane, I'm like, if you're gonna be doing all this crazy stuff, like I'm not trying to babysit you. Like I don't want nothing bad to happen to you. So of course I'm gonna have to like limit my fun to keep eyes on you, because you out here popping Molly and drinking Molly water and everything else up under the sun. I'm like, okay, mind y'all, at this time I'm 28 years old. I'm 28 and I'm a mom. So at that point, you know, I ain't as fun as I used to be. Okay, I ain't as lit as I used to be. Amber at this time was just turning 21, bro. So that right there was my first mistake. I went on a trip with a 21-year-old and I'm 28 with a child. She has no responsibility. She got nothing going on. As for me, I'm a whole mother. And I'm 28. Like, at that point, I was damn near 30, which I'm about to be 30 now. Yeah. Your girl getting ready to be 30. So, that was my first mistake. I'm like, I knew I shouldn't have brought my butt out here. But, I'm going to make the best of it. I've already spent my money on the ticket. I've already spent my money to get out here. I've already spent my money on the rental and the Airbnb. Let me just make the best of the weekend, okay? So, but that was the first thing. So we get back to the Airbnb. I change clothes. She should take the showers and get dressed so we can head out to Rolling Loud for the first day. Okay? The first day is what messed me up. Okay? The first day is what messed me up, y'all. Let me tell y'all how this whole first day went, okay? Because we was dumb. I don't know what the heck. See, I'm not that type of person, so I was not thinking properly at the time. Let me tell y'all how this first day went. At first, it was cool. It was lit. You know, I grabbed me a little fruity drink because I'm not a drinker. I will do fruity drinks. Anything that's sweet, tastes like juice, cool. Anything outside of that, I don't do hard liquor. The stuff is nasty. I don't like the taste of alcohol. It just makes me gag. Like, I can't swallow it. I can't do it. Okay? So, we got us some little fruity drinks. They had these little box alcoholic drinks or whatever for us to buy. They was like $15 each. Now, let me rewind. Not to mention that Shorty walked out the crib and flew to Miami without having her debit card on her. So the entire weekend, I'm either paying for everything or she got to Zelle me the money for me to get it off my card for her. Like, blew me completely. That's not how I wanted my weekend to go. How do you go somewhere on vacation and leave your whole debit card like that? Just blew me. But whatever. That's neither here nor there. So sorry y'all, let me get myself together here. Okay, so yeah, so we get to the first day, we get us some drinks or whatever, we get into our VIP section or whatever. It was cool. But it wasn't too cluttered in VIP, so I was good. I didn't feel like I was gonna get trampled. I'm gonna insert some clips of what everything looked like too in the video as well. So throughout the video I'm gonna show you everything. So what happened? Oh, okay, so we already in Rolling Loud. At this point, she can't get in contact with none of her Chicago plugs. There's a lot of dudes there from Chicago, a lot of people there from Chicago that we both knew, but she was trying to get in contact with her Chicago plugs so she could get her some weed, like some loud, some marijuana, whatever y'all like to call it. I don't know, I just call it weed, whatever. But she couldn't get in contact with none of them, so she went walking around asking people, hey, you got something that you willing to sell? You got something you willing to sell? So she run into this guy who had pre-rolled blunts. We was dumb as fuck. We was so dumb. They had pre-rolled blunts, and she was like, can I buy some off of you? And he was like, mine already rolled up. So he ended up selling her 2 blunts for $20, 2 pre-rolled blunts for $20. That was so dumb of us. It was so dumb because we don't know what this man rolled into these blunts. It could have been any type of weed mixed with crack, mixed with heroin, mixed with bleach, whatever. We don't know. We don't know. I'm not a smoker, so I don't know. I'm like, what the whatever. She like, don't leave me hanging, don't let me party by myself, da 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 da. Mind you, I've tried weed before. I've smoked it before, but I'm not a smoker. Like, I'm not a every function. Like, it's occasional, it's rare. If I indulge every now and again, maybe once or twice a year, if that. Since this experience, I was done after that. Like, nah. I always have some type of weird spiritual experience when I get high. I'm good, so I just cut that whole little, like, this clearly is not meant for me because I ain't got time for that. So we get the weed, we sit down somewhere, we find us a little place to cop a squat in the VIP section or whatever. She lights up, she take her a couple hits, I take me a couple hits. I'm a lightweight because I don't smoke, so it only take me about 3 or 4 hits before I'm like, yeah, I'm feeling it, I'm good. And on top of that, we drink these little box drinks that's like 12% alcohol, so I'm feeling it, okay? I'm gonna insert some clips of how you know I was feeling it, baby, because your girl was tweaking, okay? She was tweaking. You could tell that she was a little, yeah. So, what happened? Oh my gosh. Everything was just, it was just so weird. Once I was high, everything was just weird. First of all, the first thing that tweaked me out was these, no offense, but these Caucasians was sitting right in front of us. Right in front of us. This man literally chopped up some crack or coke, whatever it is that you sniff. He chopped it up on his phone, rolled up $1, sniffed it, and passed the other line to his girl. They was doing lines in front of us. I've never in my life seen that in person. That was always a movie thing for me. I've never seen that in person. So that, like, that kind of took me back a little bit. Like, what the heck? People actually do this in real life, in person, and oh my gosh. I recorded a little bit of it. I did record a little bit of it, but I'm not gonna put that on YouTube because, you know, from what everybody be saying, YouTube is tripping on stuff that you show nowadays. So I ain't gonna put all that on YouTube. But they definitely sniffed lines sitting right in front of us, and I'm looking at my friend like, do you see this? She like, girl. I'm like, exactly, what is happening right now? So yeah, so then that's the first thing that happened that tweaked me out. Fast forward to later in the night when it turned dark and I was still high and still a little drunk off the little box drink or whatever. Let me tell y'all when everything went left for me, okay? Let me tell y'all how everything went left for me, okay? First and foremost, when we were standing there, okay? And literally just standing in one spot, it was like we were standing in the pit of hell. There was fire everywhere, and all the people around us walking around were freaking demons, bro. They were demons. This is what I'm seeing with my own 2 eyes while I'm high, while I am under the influence of marijuana. They were demons. And every time somebody would get onto the stage, it was like, and you know how they get excited, the crowd gets excited, so they like, ah, you know, they excited, hey, whatever. Every time they would do that to certain people, it was like it was sucking the soul and the life out of the performer every time they did it. I'm telling y'all, I'm watching this with my own eyes. I'm just like, what the fuck? And it did not help that every time they like played the artist's like major song, the most popular song, they would have this burst of fire like this. Like that. It was this burst of fire, so that did not help. So it was literally like I was in a pit of freaking hell watching these soul-sucking demons suck the soul out of the performers. And then there were certain performers that would get on the stage that it would be reversed. When they would tell people to like, hey, form a mosh pit or put your hands up and stuff like this. Every time they would do that, it would suck the soul and the life out of the crowd. And they were getting their energy off sucking the soul and the life out of the crowd. And when they would tell them to form a mosh pit, put your hands up, you scream, everybody scream, like stuff like that. And I'm sitting here watching this stuff with my own 2 eyes. The most demonic person And this wasn't even the day that I was high, but I was still a little drunk this day. This was the third day, I think it was the third day where what's his name? What is his name? Not Lil Yachty. What the freak is his name? I just had his name. I forgot his name. This dude. Him. Yeah. He was the most demonic person. If you see, there's like skulls and stuff and all these little weird words on during his entire performance. I ain't got time for that. But yes, on that day while I was hot, oh my gosh, it was so excuse me, it was so crazy. Like, I literally was standing in the pit of hell, and it was a satanic, like, what am I trying to say, celebration. It was a satanic celebration. Like, they were celebrating Satan, and that's the vibe that I was getting while I was standing there. And it was just like, this shit is crazy. I'm like, no. After that day, I was done. I'm like, no, I am not smoking no more while I'm here. I'm like, I want to leave, but I've already paid my $850. I've already paid this, that, and the third. I'm gonna just stay and stick out the weekend without getting high. I'm gonna just drink. I'm not gonna get high. But bro, when I tell y'all, that shit creeped me out. Like, it was so crazy while I was sitting there literally in the center, the pit of hell, watching these performers and these demons suck the life and the soul out of each other while celebrating Satan. No, that will be the first and the last Rolling Loud experience for your girl, okay? The first and the last. Other than that, I did have a lot of fun. I would say the first and the second day I had a lot more fun because I did not smoke, so it was a lot more fun. But don't get me wrong, like, it was a blast. There was so many artists there, was so many people there. It was a blast. Dudes was steady trying to holler at me and Amber. It was a blast. Okay, your girl had fun, but I will never do it again. Thank you very much. I only tried to make the best of the situation because I had paid all my money and I was already there. My flight wasn't until Monday. Was it Monday? Yeah, my flight wasn't until Monday night to be exact. So I had to have the rental back by 4, and my flight didn't come until 8. So I dropped my rental off at 4 and sat up in the airport until 8 o'clock, which got postponed to, like, I think I sat there until like 10, I think. But after that, I was like, yeah, never again. I don't even really like concerts. I don't like concerts. I don't like being around a group of people. One, because I'm small, so I always fear that if there's a stampede, I'm gonna be the first one to get trampled. 2, I'm claustrophobic. I don't like being confined in small spaces. And 3, I don't like people I don't know touching me, like, in the sense of somebody I don't know standing next to me and their arm is grazing my arm. I can't stand that. Like, it's a phobia of mine. I cannot stand people I don't know touching me. So it's like, I've always been that person that if I have a seat by myself on the school bus and you come sit your butt over here and you could have sat anywhere, I'm probably cussing you out of my head, but I ain't gonna say nothing because, like, you wanted to clearly sit here, but I ain't gonna say nothing. But obviously I didn't want you here, like, touching me. Stop touching me, please stop touching me, like that type of situation. But yeah, y'all, that was my Rolling Loud experience. The person I went with did not make it no better in the situation where we got high. And then on top of that, what was crazy was that at the end of Rolling Loud, the first day when we was high, our dumbasses was sitting down, right, literally in that boy like this, sleep. Like, sleep. We was that high. We was in that boy's sleep. I literally had to tap her like, girl, come on, let's go. I had to make sure we got up and moved around because we was in that boy's sleep. She was high off Molly water, she was high off weed, and she had been drinking, and I was high off the weed, and we both was tweaking because we didn't know what the fuck was in that weed. So we was slow for that. Yes, we was. But it happened. We was in that boy's sleep, and there ain't no telling what could have happened to us sitting in that park full of a bunch of strangers sleep. We was in VIP though. We was in VIP, so I wasn't like completely out of it. I was still aware of my surroundings, but I could not help but to be asleep. Like my eyelids were so freaking heavy. I was in that boy like this. It was funny because I was in there like sleep, but still trying to rock to the music to make it seem like I was awake. I wasn't asleep, so I wasn't completely unaware of what the heck I was doing, but I just could not help but to close my eyes. I was so fucking sleepy, and she was completely asleep. She was completely asleep. It was crazy. And then on top of that, like once we left, this fight between these white girls had broke out. It was so freaking hilarious. It was so hilarious because they was straight talking crap to each other, and I was egging it on. I was beat ass. It was wrong of me. It was, but y'all, you know, I was in Miami. I was trying to have a good time. Like that's not normally me. That was so out of character for me because I'm, you know. But Shorty was getting on my nerves. There was this girl in a Mustang. There's a girl in a Mustang, and she kept blowing her horn because we was all stuck in traffic. Like we was in this one parking lot, and it took like at least 2 hours for everybody to get out of the freaking parking lot. So you blowing your horn at us was not gonna help you to get out the parking lot any faster than the rest of us. Like that's what blew me. That's what blew me. So when the other Shorty came out, she was still sitting in the car. She got out and was like, "Hey, stop blowing your horn." And that turned into a big argument, and which turned into Shorty getting out the Mustang, and she was like, "Come on, hit me, hit me!" And Shorty knocked her shit back, and I was hollering. It was funny, but I did have a good time, y'all. I really did have a good time. It was just that experience was just a little too much for my little spirit. Okay, I am definitely a spiritual person. I'm not perfect, you know what I'm saying. I still fall short to the glory of God, but I try, you know what I'm saying. I try my best. I still pray. I still talk to God. I just need to, you know, get my life a little better. I need to get my tongue a little better because, you know, all that cursing and whatnot, I be working on it. I don't curse that much all the time, but sometimes, you know, when you're telling a story, you want to give it that little oomph with a little extra razzle dazzle with, you know, the curse words. I don't know. I just feel like it adds like dramatic effect. I don't know, whatever. But yeah, that was my Rolling Loud experience. And now they send me an email every year when they finna have another one, and I'll be like, no ma'am, no sir, no sir, no ma'am, no Pam. Okay, I'm not going. I refuse. Not today. Not on duty. Not on duty. No, thank you though. I appreciate you. I did get a cute hoodie up out of it though, because Amber ended up meeting this dude that was like thirsty over her, and he started buying us whatever we wanted because Amber was gorgeous. Don't get me wrong, Amber was freaking gorgeous. She was this pretty light-skinned girl with blonde hair, like the blonde short cut with the waves, you know what I'm saying, cute or whatever. Yeah, so she could have pulled anybody because motherfuckers was staring her down while we was there, staring her down. And every time we seen a female with a short bald haircut or a faded haircut, a bald fade with the blonde, it was like they had their own little blonde short haircut gang. Like everybody had to acknowledge each other. Every time you saw another female with a short blonde haircut, they was like, okay. I was like, okay. I'm there with my braids, my tribal braids, like, okay, y'all fine or whatever, you know what I'm saying? I ain't no hater, but it is what it is. So it was a lot of fun. Don't get me wrong, it was a lot of fun. I would never go to Rolling Loud again, and I would never go with a 21-year-old who has nothing to lose. Okay, all right, thank y'all. Okay, but I appreciate y'all watching my video. I hope you enjoyed it. Give it a thumbs up if you did. Holla at your girl in the comments if you got questions, concerns, or whatever, or if you got a story, if you was there that year and you felt some type of way up in that environment. It was kind of harsh. It was a harsh environment. If you was there last year in 2019 and you went to Rolling Loud and you got a story to tell, girl, please help me up and tell me your story, because I can't be the only one in that boy that was just like, this right here, this is demonic. I don't want no parts of this. Okay, I love me some music, don't get me wrong, but that nonsense was demonic. Or maybe the weed just had me a little tweakish. I don't know. But I told God, if you give me about this experience, this situation, I ain't coming back to Rolling Loud, and I'm done with the marijuana. Okay, I will not be indulging in the trees of life. Okay, I refuse. Thank you anyway, but thanks for watching, y'all. I hope y'all like my video. Holla at your girl in the comments. Like I said, don't forget to follow me on social media. Instagram is CEO underscore the I don't know my own social media. CEO Crissy underscore the Shay. That is my sorry y'all, camera stop, whatever. Instagram and Twitter, CEO Crissy underscore the Shay. Follow me. Snapchat is Crissy V underscore more, MOORE. I cannot change it. That is my married name and I can't change it. I've had it since then, so whatever. It's, you can either search it by Crissy V underscore more, or search it by Crissy Shay, whichever one. It'll be in the description box. Follow me, comment. Girl, y'all, I'm so new to this. Like, comment, subscribe if you enjoyed the video. Hit the post notifications. I'll see y'all in the next one. Bye.
This feeling for you.